Hello fellow Wazzers, welcome back. So today we're reviewing the T.Flight Hotas 1, the Xbox version of the Hotas by Thrustmaster. There's also the X and the 4, which is for the PS4, and the X is for PC only. As I'll show you all the buttons and controls, you'll see that I have a switch where I can go from the Xbox One over to the PC, so it's multi-layered. Like I say, if you can give us a big old thumbs up and a subscribe down below, and we'll get on with this video. On the back here, there's a switch where you can basically switch it between the PC and the Xbox. I've only been using it on the PC. I've seen a few reviews about it on the Xbox and it works quite well, but I don't actually have a game right now that I need this on the Xbox 4, so I've not tried it. Maybe we'll do a later review once I get it. You have another port right next to it for a rudder controller, if you want to buy that as part of the T-Flight package. It's a bit extra. Starts getting up to 150, 200 pounds if you're buying the controller and the rudder together second hand. Round at the front here, we've got a few buttons, basically look a bit like they do on the Xbox. Basically turn the Xbox off and on, pause games, things of that nature. Once it's on the PC, these buttons you can then reprogram to do other stuff for you. So it could be rudder controls, left, right, it could be trim in and out of the aircraft, pause game. As a pre-fixture on Windows with FlightSim2020, these still do the same as what they do in the Xbox, so they pause the game, save game, that sort of stuff, bring up settings and things of that nature basically. You've also got these three buttons here. They in Flight Simulator 2020, they basically do as defaults. So all these can be changed, but as defaults, this button just here, the black one, this one takes you in and out of the aircraft. So you just press that and it goes in and out of the aircraft. And then these two at the bottom here, I haven't used as of yet, but I believe that they can change the camera angles, those two. But like I say, all these can be changed, so they're not set to just that, it's just what the defaults are. Have a quick look. It's a nice smooth sort of action for getting power. You basically push it forward. The only thing it does have is in the middle here, there is a slight click. So it does fit into place. So if you needed to get to that point because you're refueling mid-air, stuff like that in a combat game, you may find it a bit hard because of that click that you can't slowly bring it in because it just clunks down in there, which if you are needing to do accurate sort of speed control, that may get on your nerves. But overall, a smooth control there to take you up to speed. Works very well with Flight Simulator. Once we bring it back, as you can see, have a button on the back here. These are what I set up as the rudder controls, so left and right when taxiing. That's what I set them up to do. And then on the back here, you have you have two controls on the back here, two buttons, and with those I set them up to be the trim, so I could trim in and out with those two buttons. That's what I set them up to do. I can't remember what their defaults are. You've got your X, A, B and Y. That's the power module basically. I'll also show you soon that basically these two split apart. They don't have to be together. It's just for the video right now I've got them together and it's how I have it configured, but I will show you that they do split apart, and then you could get a small keyboard in the middle. Only a small keyboard, you can't get a full size one in there, I'm afraid. So up on the joystick here, they have three buttons along the top there. Like I say, these all can be changed. So you've got your center one there, push button, one on this side, and then this one's a bit of a like a pushes down, but it also goes left, right, and up and down and side to side, that sort of thing. So good for missile game. You come round, there's also buttons on the side and back. So it gives you plenty of buttons to, when you're playing games. Trigger under the axis with these. So with this you can do twist. So you can set that up to be something. Back, forward, side and side. And that's basically a good overview of the controller pack here basically. How it all works. So I'll show you how you split it apart. To the bottom here, as you can see, I've just moved the cable out of the way. There's an Allen key in the bottom here. So it comes with it, the Allen key, and it stores away underneath. I'll just get that out. The Allen key is a bit of a pain to get out, but obviously does mean that it will stay in there at all times, it won't fall out. 2 screws just here that you need to undo to be able to pull it apart. As you can see under the bottom here, you also have some good cable management. So when it is put together, screwed together, all these cables are kept out of the way. This cable is for the extension, as you'll see now. If you've unscrewed it, you just split it apart, pull out some of that cable management. Wrap the cable management back through after unraveling it, and then it splits apart. So you basically will then have 2 different controllers. At this point, this one does become a bit flimsy, as in you can, it stays there, as in it's not that bad, but if you, this bit of the base here, the power module does hold it down, to be fair, it gives it most of its weight. But if you wanted to split it apart, but still got some cable there, you can, and then you could get a small keyboard in here. I believe is it 45 centimeters you can get between these two, which a full-size keyboard would not fit. You would need to get a small one, which can obviously be picked up fairly cheaply online nowadays. Pick up some wireless keyboards now for 8 or 7 quid, so you know, especially if you need a small one. But it does come apart, and it's definitely a perk that it comes apart, and it goes back together again very easily. So that's just to quickly show you a takeoff. And we're pulling the engines back a bit, as you can see. That being said, guys, this review is over. As you can see, it works very well. It's an overall good product, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking for a flight controller for Flight Simulator 2020. So get yourselves on the internet and have a quick look, see what you can find, see if you can get yourself a bargain. So this episode is over, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Seize the day, peace.